Hey, just got home from work and had some dinner and some homemade apple pie. Uh, Holly stopped by to make some pie, but she's still getting sick when she comes in the house, so I have to finish. Get a guy coming Friday to give me some advice on how to bomb the house and with a fogger upstairs. I did the basement already. That's been hit. Definitely big difference in the petri dish between the basement post fogging versus the first and second floor of the house. Those were hammered with mold spores. The mold tests off the shelf. A lot of people told me that they don't work, but I don't have that experience myself. They definitely worked, and we got the first report back on the exterior one because you got to do one outside the house and compare it to the inside to see if there's a difference, and if there's any molds that are in the house that aren't outside, then you definitely have something going on. The the heat was kicked on tonight, so kicked up all the dust, which is giving me some throat clearing issues, so forgive me. But anyway, we have outside on the front porch where it took the sample Cladosporium, Penicillium, and Aspergillus. So Aspergillus definitely can be a problem in concentrations, but mold is always in the air around us. We breathe it in. It's only when you get these intense doses of it that's an issue. So anyway, still waiting the report from the first floor. I sent that off to the lab, and we'll see. I'll give you an update. But right now, I'm going to go in the basement. Let's go check out what Kyle did. He finished everything up tonight. We'll see what's going on. So, little chemically in here. Must be the duct sealer. So, alright. You can see is he taped all these joints all the way around. And this thing is sealed tighter than a drum. So, he fired it up. I wasn't here. I was actually teaching classes when he ignited it, so I didn't have a chance to open the windows up in the house or anything, but he actually said it's pushing a little too much heat, which is the exact opposite of last winter in this house, where we had to have a space heater, electric blanket on the couch just to watch TV, electric blanket in the bed. It was pretty cold in here, and that was with the thermostat set at 72 most of the time of when we were here. Our last place that we lived, we could run it around 68, 67 on the cold nights, and that was usually fine. But anyway, you can see this stuff. We just did the second coat of duct sealer tonight, so this is taped, sealed, and then sealed again. So pretty good stuff. You did a nice job. Got the filter in here. I think this is still a little bit loose. Here we go. So I gotta vacuum this thing out and get that set. Looks like, oh, he already did. Okay, so we're good to go there. I got a MERV 11 filter in here. Last 6 months. Wow. All right. Okay. Let's get this back in. And there we go. All right. So it turns out we kept smelling gas down here. It wasn't constant, so it was really annoying, especially over by the water heater here. So Kyle actually did some tests tonight, some bubble tests. We have a leak here going into the furnace. And we got another leak over here on this valve for the water heater, the shutoff valve. So one thing after another. What's a little gas, right? Says someone that just ate beans. But they're not your friend. Here's the pit to hell. Let's pull this out because I gotta water this thing down. Let's see. Right. go. So here's a little interesting tidbit. I did not know this at all. Concrete needs water to cure. That I know, you like mix it with water. But after you mix it, you got to keep watering it to bring it to its maximum strength for up to like 7 days. So that's what the plastic's for, is to keep the humidity in and allow it to keep curing and make it really strong so we can keep the demons out. But yep, that's all set. So I'm just gonna water it now and keep carrying on. But we had an engineer in here yesterday, gave some good tips and helped us out. We're gonna be doing some more painting. We already put kills on the wall, but you can see these stains are already coming through. These are mold stains that were on. There was mold on the walls and stuff when we moved in. So this stuff is called dry lock, and it actually seals the walls, and it can handle a certain psi of water flow coming out and still stop it. So it's pretty solid stuff. And this engineer, we brought him in part of the Mass Save program to double check all the insulation work that they had contracted out for us last year in December. And they did a good job. We appreciate everything they did. It's an awesome program. But I want to make sure that they didn't make the house sick by over insulating or insulating the wrong places. And you can see, so they had done stuff like this. They had insulated these sills in the basement, and behind that is sealer, also spray sealer, like an industrial strength. Here you can see it right here. There's some right there. So this stuff, that's all behind there in all the crevices. So they came in and double checked everything. Guy's pretty knowledgeable, knew a lot about building science, and checked everything over. Looks solid, said we're all on the right track, doing the right things. Got to keep the moisture out of here. And he gave me some tips to that guy that's coming Friday to help with bombing the house, not literally, fogging the house, and helping to kill the rest of the mold. So that's where we're at. That's the latest update. I'll be back later in the week. Tomorrow, hopefully, some hang gliding. Get out of this pit of hell for a little bit, at least for a day, and then come back to it. All right, out.